Howdy, everybody. This is Leo Cloutier with Malice Toward None. It's indeed a pleasure to have as our guest here today one of the top sportscasters in the nation today, fellow who is affiliated with the NBC TV Game of the Week team. I'd like to welcome to our show Jim Simpson. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Leo. I don't know if I'm well known or not, because when I was here, it was about 30 years ago. I may be well known since then for other things, but not for my performance in 1943.
I'll tell you, Jimmy, I think the people like to recall the day that you did work in New Hampshire, now that you've reached the top heights in the major league, so to speak.
Well, I tell you, I got a great thrill out of working at WHEB in New Hampshire because it was my first real job, and I got a chance to... My first play-by-play was broadcasting launching of submarines from the Portsmouth Navy Yard. And, of course, I stayed with some very good friends that I'd known before. He had gone into the service out in Rye, so I made the bus trips and everything else from Rye. And I used to eat at a place called Ham's next to WHEB. I don't know if it's still there or not up on the hill. But I remember Portsmouth very fondly. The summer of 43.
You know, that's quite a long while ago, Jimmy. That's 30 years ago. And yet, to look at you, I would have given you 34, 35 years of age.
Well, you're shy by 10 or 11.
You've kept well.
Oh, well, I tell you, it's like you, Leo. If you enjoy what you're doing, you stay well. I really firmly believe that. If you get up in the morning and do what you're going to do that day and want to do it, you got it halfway beaten.
Yes, you're so right. Jimmy, you've made tremendous strides in the sports casting field. Since you left Portsmouth, let's say, you've covered all of the big events, the Olympic Games, as you mentioned a little while ago, 7 of them, and that means 28 years of covering the World Series, all the Super Bowl, all the major bowls in college football. It must have been most gratifying to you.
Leo, it is. And, you know, it's a funny thing how you are. As we all increase in age, I remember going to the ocean and walking up and down the boardwalk late at night and looking at older people sitting in rocking chairs on the front porches of all these hotels. And I used to say to myself, I'm never going to sit around and rock myself on a porch if I ever get that old. But now that I've done so much, and I keep doing so much week by week, I hope I have the years to sit and rock sometime and remember what it is I've done.
As you say, you always think that you're never going to reach that stage, but it comes, Jimmy, whether you want it or not.
Well, I don't mind it coming. I just want the opportunity to be able to do it because, you know, I have had great thrills doing the World Series of Baseball or in Olympic Games. It's something you dream about, Leo. You're in this business. You know what it is, and all of a sudden to wake up and find out that you're one that's doing it, it's something that I remember every morning I get up. I never take it for granted.
You know, I can imagine because, you know, I've had the pleasure of meeting you in different places. I've seen you in Pittsburgh. I saw you in Cincinnati and Oakland last year. So you don't get to spend too much time at home, do you?
No, but when I'm at home, I can drive them nuts. Because when I'm at home, I want to know what's for breakfast, what's for lunch, what's for dinner. Because when I'm home, I am home. I don't go to the office or anything else from 9 to 5. I'm there. And during the summertime, I do have a place on the eastern shore of Maryland where I was brought up. And I can get over there, and I do pull the kids on water skis, and we do sail. And that's togetherness. And I think by the time I'm ready to go to my next assignment, they've had enough of dear old Dad for a while.
Well, Jim, I see that our time is up, and I certainly want to thank you very much for this interview. This was an interview with Jim Simpson, one of the top sportscasters in the major leagues today with the NBC TV Game of the Week team. And this brings us to the end with Malice Toward None for today. Until tomorrow at this same time, Leo Cloutier, good day.
Brought to you by Poster Fix, offering poster restoration and linen backing for 40 years. At Poster Fix, we bring your vintage posters back to life. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more classic sports interviews from Leo Cloutier with Malice Toward None.